Proverbs 13:22 says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up. Now let's have a little bit of theological discourse. I began to do a quick exegesis on that verse, and I realized that the concept or the context of the sinner here has nothing to do with anyone who is serving God faithfully or not. As a matter of fact, the sinner here is the individual who refuses to leave an inheritance. In other words, the sinner here is the person who has wasted their resources to the point that you die with everything you earned. You died with everything you attained on earth, to the point that your kids are left with debt. This has nothing to do with us trying to get things we never worked for. We have this false belief that if you pray and pray and pray and pray enough, catch this, God will convince a rich person to give you money. That's really what we think this verse is talking about. The wealth of the sinner is laid up for the righteous. If you just be righteous, don't worry. The rich man is building his company to hand it down to you. And you don't understand that in your desire for that, you're actually coveting another man's things. So you're putting your trust in another man's wealth. This is a good man. Somebody say a good man. The sinner refuses to leave an inheritance. Look at this. If you refuse to work and leave an inheritance, you fall under the definition of a sinner under this context. Now let's go to the New Testament. It proves it a little bit more better. 1 Timothy chapter 5 from verse 8. It says, but if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Oh my. You can speak in tongues. You can have a word life. You can know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially, well, Pastor, my husband, he loved the Lord. He's at church 24/7. But if he's not providing for your home, he has denied the faith. And he is worse than an unbeliever.